Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. We often slag off the WBC, WBA, IBF and WBO for their rankings, which are very often farcical, okay? And I've done it myself. I made videos taking the piss, and we should continue to take the piss because I'm thinking particularly of the WBA, although none of them are great. WBA's rankings are just beyond the pale. I mean, and in two of the organisations, for example, Moses Atalma is ranked the number one contender. He hasn't beaten anyone. He's beaten a shell of Dillian White. Whether he could have beaten Dillian White at any point in White's career is a matter of a debate, but certainly this version of Dillian White is shot to pieces, punch resistance-wise anyway. And that's just one example. You know, two of the ruling bodies have got Moses at number one. I'm not picking on Moses. I like Moses. I think he's a fantastic prospect. But that's all he is. He's a prospect until he fights. And never mind, his potential. If he fights, some top 12, top 10 people, becomes a genuine contender. It wouldn't surprise me remotely if he did that. But he's got to do it. You know what I mean? He's got to actually do it. Now, one organisation we don't really, well, at least I haven't heard many people question is, or question as much as they should, is the Ring magazine's rankings, because we often hear about the Ring magazine belt and how it's supposed to be better than all the alphabet soup belts and so on. I made a video earlier today about Anthony Joshua and the fact that he might be fighting before the end of 2025. Anthony Joshua is not ranked because he's been inactive. This is in the Ring magazine rankings, and I'm not sure if he's still ranked with some of the ruling bodies. He might be, I haven't checked. But here's the thing. Quite understandably, he's been removed from the top 10. He hasn't fought. Boxing News, the trade paper, did the same thing. They dropped Joshua from the rankings because, if you're not fighting, you can't. What have you done to maintain your ranking? But who have the Ring got as their number one contender in their top 10? The champion is obviously Oleksandr Usyk. So we're talking the top 10 contenders. Who do you think they've got at number one? Number one, not in the top 10, number one contender for Oleksandr Usyk. Can you guess? I'll tell you. It's Tyson Fury. All right. Now, Tyson Fury has been retired for, I don't know, what is it, a year, maybe less than a year. He retires and unretires so often I barely pay attention. But he is, as he has said, I'm retired. I've got no motivation to come back. Why would I? I've made more money than I can possibly spend in several lifetimes. I've won every belt there is to win, which he has. What have I got to prove? Why would I come back? Fine, absolutely fine. He earned that money in the ring. He put his bollocks on the line. He gave us some great fun. Whatever you think of Fury, I'm not particularly like his conduct. Outside of the ring, I think he gaslights a lot. He talks a lot of crap sometimes. I think he's tried to play the safety game by avoiding the leading contenders and building a resume that is with cherry-picking non-pareil. But he has had great moments in the ring, and he's had some excellent wins in the ring. He went abroad to Dusseldorf. Thank God he ended that appallingly boring Klitschko era. He fought Wilder when Wilder was undefeated and Fury was coming back. He'd had a couple of little runarounds, having lost 8 stone, 10 stone, whatever it was. Got that draw with Wilder. There's that resurrection in the final round where he was knocked out. And then at 5, he got up and he won the rest of the round. He knocked out Wilder twice subsequently. I mean, the guy's, he's done some good things in the ring. He's done some good things in the ring. And good luck. Walk off into the sunset. But why? Why is the Ring magazine still ranking him anywhere? Never mind number one. Now, they dropped Joshua. Rightly so, in my opinion. What the hell's Fury doing at number one? It's the most ridiculous piece of embarrassingly bad ranking. I'm struggling to think of a similar sort of scenario. I mean, apart from the fact that a couple of the organisations have in their histories ranked someone who's dead, one of the guys who died, by the way, moved up the rankings since his death. I mean, I think I did a video on this separately a year or so ago. But look it up, Google it. Yeah, ranking dead people and actually moving them up the rankings is a pretty... it's kind of a beyond satire, isn't it? It's beyond farce. But putting Tyson Fury at number 1 when he's been retired for God knows how long and lost his last 2 fights to the champion, Oleksandr Usyk, I find it bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Now, of course, as I say, the champion is Usyk. What is maybe Tyson Fury? Is he holding out for a 3rd fight with Usyk? He claims he won the first 2. He didn't. Do you know how I know he didn't win them? Because I watched those fights. And so did the public, and so did millions of other people. He didn't win those fights. They were, I would say comfortable but competitive wins for Usyk. The first one was probably more strenuous for Usyk than the second one. But he did have that 9th round where he all but knocked Fury out. So I think Usyk's proved his dominance over Fury. Just to quickly go through the rest of the top 10, the Ring's top 10. At number 10, they've got F.A. Ajagba. Okay, sounds reasonable. Number 9, Moses Atauma. Bit high for me. I don't think he should be in the top 10 yet for reasons I've given. Martin Bakole has got a draw and a bad knockout to Joseph Parker. He's at number 8. Zhile Zhang coming off a knockout over Ajit Kabayel. He's at number 7. Filip Hrgovic at 6, since being stopped by Daniel Dubois on cuts. He's had a couple of wins, so he's number 6. Number 5 is Daniel Dubois. Good wins recently, but obviously got smashed to bits by Usyk. 5, yeah. Number 4, Joseph Parker. Okay, he lost to Wardley, but he had a good comeback little run since against some good men. Since he got knocked out by Joe Joyce previously, a few years ago. He's still number 4, no problem. 3, Ajit Kabayel. In my opinion, he should be number 1 contender now. He's number 3. At 2, you got Fabio Wardley. Wardley beat Parker, so I guess he takes his place. But then, and of course, at number 1, you've got Fury. I think there's a lot of decent stuff in that top 10. I don't object to a lot of those that I've just mentioned. But number 1 for Fury is a farce, as I say, beyond satire. And Turki Al-Sheikh, when he came on the scene, and because we were blinded and stuffed full of incredible cards and fights, and he was the saviour of boxing and all this crap. I said then, if you go back and watch my videos, I said then, beware of people bearing enormous gifts, because they want something for it. And usually when you get very wealthy people, what they want for it is power. They want your subservience, and they want power over whatever domain it is they're looking at. And I think using the Ring magazine as a tool, which is what Al-Sheikh is doing, that's all very well, but there is such a thing as favoritism. And when it goes to the point where it becomes ludicrous favoritism, blatant favoritism that prevents other people from getting what they've earned and what's rightfully theirs, then I think we have to speak out. And this is a nonsense, isn't it? An absolute nonsense. But what do you think? I don't know, maybe you disagree. Maybe you think Fury, based on his track record, deserves to be number 1, even though he's retired and hasn't won a fight since whenever. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you like the video, and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Big love to all of you. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.